Hi guys, so this is the 9th episode of the Dark Side TDS. This is wow, like never ever knew that it would be the second last episode already. Really quick. My face is a bit oily because I just came back for an event. This will be the second final episode and having mixed feelings about this, but let's just get into today's topic. So today I'm gonna talk about weights. Okay, and this is something that I have struggled with. Okay, let's talk about when I was younger. You have this phase where you think that you're forever fat, and then you look at yourself in the picture and you're like, oh, I'm so fat. And 10 years down the road, you take a look at it, you're actually not that fat, but you're just being paranoid. Yeah, I'm like that right now. When I was younger, I think when I was about 15 or 16, I think I was so skinny. I was a little bit round as a kid, but because I grew a lot taller, it kind of like elongate, my entire physique, and I was always around like 70 kg. My height was around 170, and eventually I hit 180. So I'm at 183 now. So in my poly days, I think I was around 72, 75. Then my NS, I did lose some weight. Okay, the lowest I went was like 60 plus. But whenever I compared to friends of my same height, right, they will always say that I don't look that heavy. Like from the weighing scale. A lot of people say that it's because I have heavy bones, but the last I checked, my bones were only like 4 kg, so not that heavy, I think. So I generally, my face is has a lot more chubby fats, okay, like baby fats. My stomach and my butt is very big, and I normally cover it with shirt, and so people can't really tell. I try to wear a lot like baggy stuff, so it's not so shown. So as mentioned, during COVID, all I did was eat. And I didn't do much exercise. I think there was a point where I reached like 90 kg. That was very scary. Like I think in my uni days, at most I hit like 82. I think back then 82 for 183 was like so. But then after graduation, I eat a lot. When you start earning some money, I eat everything that I wanted. I lived alone, so I could eat whatever and whenever I want. And I realized that my weight just kept going up and up. And as I've mentioned, in COVID, I went up to 90 kg. That was like the heaviest I've ever been. So, wow, this is so tough. Like, I already hit 30 years old. I realized my metabolism is so drastic, and I only eat like 2 meals a day, but I can still gain weight. Like sometimes you feel like even if you don't eat anything, you can also gain weight. So as I was saying, so hitting like 90 kg was really shocking to me, because like as I have mentioned, when I was younger, I could eat most things and the weight was stagnant around like 78. Eventually the threshold became 80, became 82. I never knew like I could gain so much weight, and I think it's because I'm getting older, and then the body's not like, I don't know, it's not metabolizing properly now that everything is much slower. So it becomes a trouble, and so okay, then I managed to lose. So my weight has always been yo-yoing, like high and low and high and low. So during that period, I think if you guys follow me on YouTube, I did the music video, MTV, right? I had this like judging for this makeup competition for their crash course. Okay, so during that period, I had about 3 months, and I needed to lose as much weight as possible. So at the end of the day, I resorted to like not very ways that I'm not very proud of. Okay, so obviously I try to eat a lot cleaner. I cut all carbs. Okay, I I went to a doctor, okay, because obviously I was severely overweight. My BMI was at 27. So I got medicine, okay, and these are like weight appetite suppressors, meaning once you eat it, you don't really feel hungry. And you will have a higher metabolism, and there are side effects for it. So one of the side effects is that since your metabolism is high, you will not be able to sleep properly. So when I had that pill, I think the first night I couldn't sleep properly until like 4 a.m. Then I finally fell asleep, and I will always wake up in between sleeping. Like I wouldn't have a very peaceful night. Yeah, so for that I ate, I think, every day. Especially, but for then I knew that because that will cause some trouble sleeping, I only eat it like if I know the next day I don't really have anything important. So if let's say if I have anything important, I'll probably avoid it. So I try to stagger it, like maybe like once every 2 days, okay. And for that, for the first week, right, I already dropped like 1 to 2 kg, which was like amazing because I still eat as per normal, but I went down to like maybe one meal a day because you really don't feel hungry. Suddenly you have no craving, no urge. Yeah, I don't think it's healthy, but at the same time, I really needed to lose the weight. So because I will be on TV. No, I will be on YouTube. Okay, and I felt like I really gained so much. I went to Korea before that, so I could see really my cheeks were very chubby. I could not see my jawline. That was really a problem. So yeah, so after going on the medicine for like a good, I think, 1 month or two, I went down from 90 kg to 82 kg. Eventually my face was a lot slimmer, as you guys can see on the video. If you go and search up my video, MTV Asia Crash Course Johnstan, I think you can see that. Yeah, significantly slimmer, although I think I can still look a lot slimmer. And then satisfied with it, yeah. But then after that, I thought I could control myself. Obviously I don't have self-control, and I continued eating. And so in March this year I went to Thailand for a cosplay event. So when I came back, obviously Thailand I eat so much because the food is so yummy, and everything's so cheap, right? So there were a lot of like, what's that called? There were a lot of fried omelette, and they were so yummy. But then this fried omelette, they're like deep fried, so it was very unhealthy. So before I left, because of the event, I tried to lose weight. So I went down to like 80, 89. So I all the weight came back, and to be honest, I was quite chubby. I had to bind my fats, to the point, because I'm cosplaying. But from the front it's still okay, but from the back there was some photos where people took from the back. It was so bad, I feel, and it made me want to lose more weight. So when I came back from Thailand, my weight was like 96, 97, almost 100 kg. That was like, oh my goodness. Yeah, the 200-pound beauty, here I am. Not a very good thing, and like 100 kg for my height is definitely overweight. Like there's no, sometimes you try and post things online like, oh, I want to lose weight, but then as in very kind souls, you'll be trying to affirm me saying that there's nothing wrong, you're beautiful, this and that. Maybe in the eyes of some other people, maybe this can be beautiful, but health wise I don't think it's beautiful, like high blood pressure doesn't look beautiful, and I think that I'm at the verge of there, so there's something wrong with my body, and I think I need to fix it. So to be honest, since last year I have been going to the gym, okay. I'm very serious about it, okay, not like, so I pay 100 ish a month, okay, to go, and I go 3 times a week. So I lift weights. I lift weights, mainly machines, bench press, cable flies, all of that. At first I was a noob, but because I knew I wanted to gain more muscle, so I really I had a friend from the US giving me very good tips. Okay, thank you so much, Kuro, and then also keeping me on track. But sometimes, sorry, whew, sometimes like, especially traveling overseas, I lose control. I really lose control, and I really can eat a lot. And once I'm not wary, this is the end of my body, you know. So I have a very exciting project which I shall review in the next episode. It's happening in July, and I really, really need to lose weight. So never have I ever imagined that I will actually do this. Okay, no, it's not. I'm not like, what's that word called? Anorexic. No, really no. I really have chubby bits everywhere. When I finally lose my weight, someday I'll show you guys. But now no. I'm very conscious about my body, so I really am, but I really need to lose the weight in July. So which is very soon, as you can see. But this is filmed in like May, so yeah, that's the timeline. Obviously I don't do it like every week, but anyways, I sign up a package at a slimming center. Yay! But it's very expensive. Like, this is the most expensive purchase I've ever made. I don't know if it's a wise one, but I think that desperate time calls for desperate measure, right? So yeah. Okay, so I went for the trial package first, okay? I'll talk about the cost later. So I went for the trial package, and it was like $99. So there are like 3 areas. They have my waist, my stress belly, and my stomach. So there were like a few pads. So the interesting thing was that normally this kind of package or whatever, they would drag you into a room and then sell you the stuff, then you go for the thing, right? But no, this one was a bit different. It's just an ad that popped up from Facebook. Okay, use like infrared. I shall not name the clinic because it's not sponsored, and I still can't tell as of yet whether it is effective or not, so I don't want to anyhow tell people. Okay, so I went for the session. It was like about half an hour, and then when I finished, they brought me to the machine. I measured my height and weight, and then I went up the body analyzer thing. So was after the session, then they talk about how much I want, like how many sessions I need. Then I was like, to be honest, looking at this, I was at 93 kg. Okay, I managed to lose a little bit, but I needed to be 80 something, and to be honest, probably 82, 83 would be a good number. So I think I wanted to lose at least 10 kg in 3 months. Yeah, so they suggested maybe I should do like 30 sessions. So mind you that the package, right, for one session was already 100. I was doing my math and I was like, oh my god, obviously the package is already cheaper. The usual price is like 250. So if 250, if you times 30, it's like, doing my math right now, $7,500. So this was the number that I had in mind, and I'm like, honestly, I'm not that rich, and I don't know how am I gonna afford that. So they gave me the final number, which was about $6,000. They gave me a discount, okay? And they throw in some like, ampoules and blah blah blah. And I was like, Obviously, if you want me to pay one go, I can't. Then here is the devil, which is the credit card. Okay. I can pay in installments. That is a very summable amount. Okay, so if I calculate 6,000 divided by 30 session, that means it's about 200 per session. And if I do it 4 times a week, it's 800 a month. Sorry, 4 times a month, so it's 800 a month. So potentially I need to earn enough 800 a month and rent, okay, and my livelihood, right, for that. So but then with credit card, if I stretch it to 2 years, I only pay 200 a month, which feels kind of okay, right? So I swiped my card, and yeah, here I am, 6,000 plus gone, just like that. So is this gonna be worth it? I'm not very sure. Okay. So as of today, it has been the 5th session, okay, of the treatment. So I did lose some weight. I went from 93 kg to 91 kg, okay. And then but the funny thing was, right, I don't know, it's maybe because of my diet or something, the fat percentage actually went up. So previously when I first saw it, it was like about 26%, and then now it was like 27%. I don't know, is it because like you lose your weight but the fats is still there, so it's still fat? Okay, but I think there could be a few factors recently, okay, because last week I had a lot of activities going on. I couldn't go to the gym. I normally go 3 times a week, but last week I just went once, which was really bad. Partly because I was recovering from fatigue from a certain concert that I helped out with, and then also we had certain meetups. So that was one of the reason I couldn't really, commit to the gym. I normally go 3 times a week, 4 times a week even. Yeah. And also there was this like FairPrice or like Cold Storage clearance pork knuckle and fatty char siu, which I have swallowed in about 2 to 3 days. And I think that could be the reason, because both were really, really like fattening, to the point that I increased my fat by about 1 or 2 kg, which was a lot. I already have like 26 kg of fat in my body, and my entire weight is 91 now. So now the percentage is 27, which is not great. Does the math make sense? Yeah, about that 27. So I did lose some weight, but the fat is still there, and I can see, I mean, based on the photos that they have showed me, obviously when I first came in, it was very bloated. My stomach was very, very bloated. And then it's a little bit smaller now. I won't say very significant, but a lot smaller now. So for the gym progress, right, I feel like my chest area is growing. That's great. I have yiddies. And then my shoulders are a lot more broader. I feel like my spine area is a lot more tougher. Previously it was just skin and fats. Now it's less wobbly. Okay, but my waist is still a very big problem. So my worry is that by the end of July, can I get into shape as I expect myself to be? I really have no idea. So yeah, this is my worry. And I mean, I don't really do like crazy diets. I mean, my friend from US said that go and count your calories and all, and then and I do intermittent fasting. So I try to eat my first meal around 12, and then the second meal around 7 p.m. and I try not to eat anything after that. But sometimes with certain gatherings, I don't have a choice. Yeah, so it becomes a bit inconsistent, and then my diet gets ruined like very frequently. The worst thing is that I'm going to Japan like tomorrow, okay, which is by this time it will be like 1 month ago. And how to not eat anything in Japan, right? I mean, Japan is the land of yummy food, and now the currency is so bad. That means I can buy a lot of food at a discounted price. I think I'll still try and um not try and not break my intermittent fasting, whereby I only eat at 12 and 7 maybe. Yeah, cut down a lot on more sugar, try to share my dessert with my friends. Hopefully I do not gain so much weight in Japan. Yeah, maybe there are a lot more stairs, a lot more walking, so maybe I won't gain so much weight. Yeah. And so for whoever that's like having like weight problems, I really can relate. I don't think I'm someone that eats a lot, but there's just some weird reason, like after the age of 30, it's very hard to shake off your fats. And I hope that this infrared thing, which is like 200 per session, really helped me achieve, like, I don't even need like a 6-pack body, you know. I just want it to be somewhat flatter. Now I look like, what's a good shape? Yeah, I look like a pear, literally. Like I have the muffin top and whatever. It's not a good look, and I really need to get rid of it. So maybe I should really cut carbs in June onwards. I don't know. I think I really will be a lot stricter on myself on diet when I reach like June, hopefully. I know a lot of you might comment like, oh, but you look healthy and all. Because as you can see, I never film anything like below my chest, and even if you see some dance video, I'm very bulky in a sense, and not like the muscular way. I'm very thick, if that's the right word, and that's not necessarily the aesthetic I wanna go towards, right? Yeah, so really need to lose a lot more weight. Hopefully this goes well. Okay, hopefully all goes well. Okay. Yeah, so I struggled with like weight for quite some time, and I still remember, I don't know why in Asian household, right, your family members will like fat shame you as if like it's a crime or something. And sometimes I was just like, even at the age of like 6 or 7, I remember one of my grandpa like just literally said, I think I was just having a cupcake at the age of 7 with like frosting and stuff, and he was like, eat, like you eat till you die or something. Like I was like so fat already, I'm still eating, like, and it just really kills the mood, you know. It's like you're just so happy innocently biting onto a yummy piece of dessert, and someone says this, like it just, I don't know, like what are you trying to mean, like, and I'm still young, right? Let me like go through puberty or something. And like, well, a recent incident, I think it was because I go back to my house to have dinner. Then obviously, as I'm rounded now, my mom can see like my stomach. I think there was once I was really like doing work stuff and quarreling with some people on the other side on WhatsApp. But I was seated down lah. Then she walked to the living room and she was like, hey, your stomach is so huge. Immediately, as I was still crawling, I looked at her and I'm saying, so what do you mean? Like, what are you trying to say? She's like, you're very fat now. And I'm like, okay, and? Then you're like, maybe you should like stop eating that much. But then at the same time, I'm not even eating that much. And I was very frustrated because I was fighting with someone. So like, can you choose the right time and right thing? And then she will be the same person to come back with like Japanese or Taiwanese snacks, say, oh, I bought this for you. Then what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to reject your snacks? And if you think that I'm really that fat, then why are you buying so many food for me? Unhealthy food to put. Right? Like, that's so contradicting. Like, the same person that called me fat passed me like a whole box of Kit Kat in milk tea flavor. That's very yummy, by the way. So what am I supposed to do with that information then? Is this a statement or is this a suggestion? And based on her reaction, it's not helping, obviously. So yeah. To be honest, I just want to have a healthy weight. It's not even like going like anorexic or whatever. I don't think losing 10 kg or at my current weight will make me anorexic. Definitely no. If you go and calculate, okay, my BMI is 27, which means I'm mildly obese, okay, or like overweight. Okay, so with the health standards, as ironic as it is what it is, and I know myself very well. So I really need to lose the weight. So if you guys have any tips on losing weight, maybe I can hear from you guys. Also, I think I picked up a few bad habits of myself which might be the reason why I lose weight. So one, I always watch and eat at the same time. Some people say that that's not a very good thing. And number two, I eat really, really fast. Okay, because like when I was younger, because I do a lot of retail, the Golden Village, our breaks were like 5 minutes and I need to finish the meal in 5 minutes. So I've gotten a habit of eating my food like in 5 to 10 minutes. So a lot of people say that because you eat really fast, your stomach don't have time to digest it properly, it causes indigestion, blah blah blah, and then maybe cause like weight gain. I don't know, but maybe from now on I will like chew the shit out of it before I swallow. One of my friends told me you need to chew at least 25 times before you swallow. So in Japan next week, I'm gonna be chewing the shit out of it before I swallow. Okay, hopefully that helps. Okay, yeah. And then yeah, I think I don't really have a very good I sleep very late, so I always sleep like 1 or 2 a.m, which is not very good. Some people suggest that maybe I should sleep earlier. It's not about, I do clock the 7 hours as much as possible, but it's always midnight and it's never like 12. So I'm gonna be Cinderella as much as possible. Okay, as much as possible. Okay, last time I used to sleep at 3. Okay, now maybe like 1:30. Let's try and push it to 12/1 as much as possible. As much as possible. So maybe that's why I don't lose weight as efficiently. And also with the muscles, I don't know, like I've been working out for, if I count, I started last year November, so it's been half a year. Progress wise, I really don't know. I can feel things that are growing, but I don't really see them well. So all I can do is grind and hope that in time to come I have a beautiful body. Yeah. I know all this sounds very like narcissistic, but part narcissistic, part really for health. So yeah. And I'm like really serious in the gym thing, like to the point I am invested in pre-workouts, protein powder. I spent like what, $500 to $600 buying like 4 different packs of $100. Yeah, different flavors because you get bored, right? So yeah. And then the gym membership, gym clothes. Yeah, I've bought so much of that. So I hope that all this investment will pay off, but I need to put in the hard work. So if you're struggling and if you're not going to the gym, I can totally feel you, but I'm really 30. If I don't do this, I don't know when I will start. Because when I was younger, I always joke and say, oh yeah, I go to the gym regularly. The Pokemon gym. Yeah, but no, now I'm over it. It's no longer funny. So if you want to sign up for a gym membership, I think you need to soon, right? And I realized that I have some students, right, at the age of 15, they're already signing up gym memberships, and I was like shocked. I'm like, wow, like imagine if I started then, I wouldn't have this issue. Sometimes it's all about maintenance, right? And I started really, really late. I mean, I was lazy lah, and I feel like I don't really have the time. But now that I'm doing like more freelance, I definitely have the time. I can commit. And since I have wasted like 20 over years doing nothing but being a couch potato, I can understand my current situation. So just put in the hard work, and hopefully someday I start to see more visible results. So just some of my experience in the gym, right? Since we're talking about weight, since I'm going to the gym regularly, I try to go in the morning because at like 9 to 10 a.m. there's not much people. I feel less embarrassed. I can try all the machines, okay? Starting right, I cannot even adjust the seat, and I cannot even adjust like the height of certain things, and I just used it as it is. But just today, I realized, oh my god, I can adjust this seat and it feels a lot more comfortable because most of the gym people are like shorties, I'm 183, which is like 6 feet, so my leg can reach longer, my butt can go further or something. So I might be doing things wrong for the longest time and I might not have known. So yeah. There was once I went to the gym on a Friday night and that was horrible. Like everyone, there were a lot of people there. Okay, a lot of group. Like I don't understand why some people they do it as a group outing, So they just stand there and like choke up the machines and then they don't do anything. And the worst part is, they just keep pressing their phone or taking photos inside the gym. I think more than half the time they're talking and flexing rather than doing the work. So I just wanted to go in and out like quickly, but it was taking so much time and I couldn't even do my work properly, like my routine properly. So that was a very horrible mistake and I'll never go back to the gym on a Friday night. Yeah. Some interesting stories that happened at the gym. Because normally when I go in the morning, I think there's not much people, but I realized that sometimes even though there's very little people, I think there'll be only at most 5 people, okay, at most, including me. Then sometimes I go a bit later, like 11 a.m. Then there might be a lot more people because they're coming in from the lunch crowd, like they work out before they go for lunch. So I'll bump into more of these business people. And then there are many times where I walk to the machine, I barely started, and they ask me like, how many sets are you left with? I'm like, it's okay, you can have it. Yeah, I don't want to fight it even. I don't want to tell them how many because I'm very embarrassed. And I'm like, if you're in a rush, you go ahead and do it, because I'm not in a rush like you, because I can tell like probably they need to go to work or something, so I don't wanna come up with something. So I'm like, okay, you can have it first. Yeah, I'll do it later. I have the freedom to do it later anyways, so I will not fight it with you. Then there was once, like I think it was legs day, so I try to do like, since I do 3 times a week, right? So Monday would be like chest, more of the pushing. Wednesday would be legs and core, and then Friday would be pulling, but also like chest and shoulder. So like that I have ample time to rest, I guess. And then there was just one day on the Wednesday, I was doing my legs, right? Then I don't know the machine name, the one that has a block that you need to push your leg across, like a little transformer thing going on. There was this girl that was sitting there for a very long time, okay, and at first I was like, okay, never mind, there are a few more leg machines, I'll just do all of that. There were 4 other leg machines. I was already done with all 4 of them, okay? That was the last thing I had to do. I waited for already like more than half an hour, so I walked behind her and I realized she was watching Korean variety show. Not the right place, leh. So I was like, what should I do? Should I be an asshole and talk to her? But then again, she's been watching for half an hour. Like, I think probably the show ended and she watched the next episode already. And yeah, just as I was saying, the show ended and she wanted to click onto the next episode, and I was like, sorry, but are you still using this? And she's like, oh. Then she walked away and she said, oh, she's done. Like, yeah, of course, right? Yeah. So I took the machine and then I just did my schedule. So I think that was the only time where I really asked someone to get out of the machine, because I think half an hour is a bit too much and you're just watching your show. I don't really see her exercising throughout the half an hour even. So I got to get her out of the so if not I cannot go home. I need to finish my routine before going home. So that's that. So all this I'm doing, all this intermittent fasting, the gym, and probably cutting down my calories to a certain amount. Hopefully by July I'll have a better body shape. Yeah. Don't know, maybe this is the year where I want to show a bit more skin for my cosplay as well. Sometimes like certain characters have perfect bodies and the costume shows, and I need to work on that, because you don't want to see a Christmas ham, right? So I totally understand why people work so hard now, and I'm very late to the game, so it's my fault lah, I know. So yeah, that is pretty much everything that I want to mention about today. Facing weights. I'm not really suggesting you guys to do whatever I'm doing, okay, especially the medicine and all. I'm not really sure, but if you do, I can understand. That's all I can say. I'm not encouraging. I'm also not encouraging slimming packages, because it's really expensive. It can be a hole that you can never replenish, but I know my financial ability, so I went for it knowing that I can recoup this amount, and it was a comfortable amount for me every month. So yeah, so please be very careful on your decision. Maybe the decision is to start gym early. You just like pay that 100 a month and just go, right? You won't have to pay this 800 a month. Okay. Yeah, so that's that. This is my journey with weights. Yeah, so as of now it's the end of May. No, it's the mid of May. So when this episode is out, I think it will be close to July, or maybe the end of July. Is it? I can't do my math. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 and then 5. Yeah, I think it will be around there. So a little cliffhanger. So next episode I'll be announcing something really, really, really big, and it's also the final episode, right? I'll be taking a look at the comment section. If there are any questions, I'll be answering them. And yeah, I will review something big. That is why I need to be in shape in July, okay, by next episode, okay. But I think I'll film the next episode a lot later after this entire podcast has been shown. So that'll be more current. Hopefully you can see a very different me, because this is me in May, okay. The next time I film it will probably be me in June or early July, I have no idea. So hopefully there'll be a change by then. Hair color, definitely. I think there's a very good chance that it will change as well. And yeah, hopefully, I don't know, I'll be more confident of my body. Yeah. So stay tuned to the final episode of The Dark Side for a super special announcement. Okay. And the theme for the final episode will be trying new things. Okay, maybe some new thing that I'm about to try. And also my entire thoughts about the podcast, starting a podcast, how I started this podcast, why I want to start this podcast, and how I feel, after doing it for so long. Actually, it's not that long. It's just 10 episodes, which is about 2 months at max, right? 2 months plus. So yeah, that's that. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you Shadow Cats for listening. Hope, I don't know if there's any dark side out of this, pretty much lah, huh? I mean, the constant need to lose weight if you are in front of the screen. So yeah, I don't know if there's any good that come out of it, but if you have any good tips, please comment in the comment down below. If you have any question, please comment in the comment down below, so I'll answer them in the final episode of the Dark Side TDS. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. See you in the next episode. Bye.